Hey everyone, it's been a very long time since we last spoke, and I have amazing news. I just received Conqueror Empire Rises, Conqueror Empire Rises Seas of Destiny, player mats, coins. I'm about to show you everything. Since almost 98% of backers have either backed the Conqueror Empire Rises and Sea of Destiny or upgraded, I'm gonna do the unboxing for this particular box. And I just want to show you this amazing player mat that is obviously an add-on. Most of you have purchased this, and I think it's a really great purchase. It looks absolutely amazing. In addition to that, you might have gotten these coins, which also are just absolutely beautiful. Let me show you, for example, this coin. And this is obviously the copper coin, and there are silver coins as well. So all these they're quite heavy, and they have beautiful inscriptions on them. I'm really happy with the quality of the coins. I know that delayed the project somewhat, but I think it turned out to be amazing. And this player mat, I can't begin to describe how beautiful this player mat really is. Anyways, without waiting, let's actually unbox this bad boy. This is the Seas of Destiny expansion. You'll notice it's bilingual. Everything you'll find inside has an English language component, but there's also a bilingual component as well. So there's dual language. This is the English manual, but you can also scan for other languages if you would like to read another language. And this rulebook comes with both the the Empire Rises rulebook, as well as the Seas of Destiny rulebook. This is the punch-out token boards. And then the important part, this is where the factions are, and the player board. So I'll show you, wait, there's another punch-out token. But this is every faction in the Empire Seas of Destiny expansion, Empire Rises Seas of Destiny, excuse me, will come with 3 faction boards. So we always tell you to start with the one that doesn't have the Seas of Destiny icon, which is this one. Yeah, you want to avoid these on your first game because they're a little bit more complex. But the cool thing about Conqueror is you can pick any of these 3 player boards, and it'll give you different abilities and different factions, different heroes even in terms of their abilities. And it just adds so much replayability. I mean, you have 6 factions, and then you have 3 houses per faction, or dynasties as we call them. It's really incredible. Then you have, obviously, this is where the meat of the project is. This is the unit upgrade board, the trade board, and you'll notice with the trade board, they're double-sided. So this side is for the shorter games, which we've called the Conquest mode, and this is the Empire building mode, which is a much longer game. So if you're looking for under 2-hour game, you'd obviously pick the shorter game, and if you have a little bit more time, then you can pick the longer game. Same thing for the round tracker and the a fort tracker and food tracker and all that. These are the faction upgrades. So this comes with the Empire Rises box set, and this comes specifically with the Seas of Destiny, which are additional upgrades that you can build. What we call a civilization kind of building mechanics, where you can build ports and wharfs and additional buildings that are not present in the Empire Rises. So you'll get overall 8 buildings that you can purchase and build your empire around. These are all the it's a massive box. All the units that the extra units that are not found in the base box. So, for example, this is For example, this is a siege equipment. This is a catapult. You'll notice there are boats or ships, as we call them, and there are a bunch of archers, which are these are the three new units in the game. Obviously, you'll find the cavalry units and the infantry units in the Conqueror base game, which I'm not unboxing here since that game was released in 2020. You can uh, watch a number of videos online, and there are these agents, which are the crux of the worker placement engine that happens in one of the rounds that I described earlier. I'll show you the game in a second. These are all the cards. Good God, there's so many cards. You'll find every faction, like Rome in this instance, has 5 heroes. And again, there are 6 factions: Rome, Persia, Carthage, Gaul, Egypt, and Greece. And the cool thing about this is you'll notice, for example, in this hero card, there are all the icons which tell you what could happen, but there's also text that describes it. So, for example, if victorious, gain 1 currency. So if you're a person who prefers icons, or if you're a person who prefers text, you can read both. We've also created in every box set for anyone who doesn't speak English, just the icons themselves. So if you're French or German and you don't speak English, we've used icons for everything, so you can easily play these cards and play this game. There's a bunch of heroes here. Same thing with Chronicles. There's English versions and there's versions that only use icons. So these are the versions that only use icons. These are versions that have English text as well that additionally describe what is going on. And then these are reference cards in different languages. So, excuse me, I don't know what languages I'm reading at the moment, but there are a couple of different languages here. All the languages that you see in the box sets, you'll find that in every box set. Then you have a bunch of smaller cards. I mean, look at this. And that's not even all of them. These are the upgrades that you're going to be building, like the wonders. It'll also be the military unit upgrades. You'll also find in here the Automa battle cards. You'll also find the dynasty cards, which are a major element of the game, if you remember. And then you'll find even more cards here. And these are the combat cards, right? Or the battle cards. And these cards help you win fights or protect your units or deal additional damage to your opponents. They're a major part of the game. And then obviously the miniatures. I mean, I am in love with these miniatures. Look at these chariot elite unit for Egypt. I'm sorry, I don't know how accurately this camera is catching this. Oh, there we go. It is gorgeous, right? Absolutely gorgeous. My other favorites, obviously the elephant, which is massive, and you'll notice, I mean, you can barely fit it into the screen. Just like you saw on Kickstarter, there's some really cool designs here. This is the companion cavalry from Greece. I think my other favorite is Gaul's elite hero. I mean, I love the shield. It's such a cool shield. And then obviously Rome. Most people will want to play as Rome. Has a cool elite unit. Obviously, the unit that allowed Rome to conquer the world, right? And so forth and so forth. And the Persian immortals, right? I forgot those. So that's what's in the expansion. I've shown you the coins. One last just reminder about how the game works. And you'll find this across every, I found an English version, across every one of those reference cards. So there is the new year, and in the new year you decide on whether you want a dynasty change, you decide on the player order based on certain rules. And then you draw a chronicle card, which can completely alter the game. And then you move on to taxation. So this is where you earn all your income. That's step number 2. Step number 3 is the policy phase, sorry, I'm not going to do this. You're not going to see it properly. Policy phase is when you move your agent around to the different boards that I showed you. And this is where you build buildings and you upgrade your units and you trade. And then number four is where the real action is. This is where you're going to actually be moving all your units around the board. And then sorry, number five is when you're going to move your units around the board. My bad. Number four is when it's written here. This is where you recruit your units. This is when you recruit your elites. You recruit your heroes. So it's this 5-phase approach. If you ever forget it, like I just did, you can always look at that. And that's it. I just want to show you again this beautiful, beautiful player mat. I would really recommend anyone who hasn't gotten it. I know most people have, but if you haven't gotten it, I would really recommend you get a copy and save on shipping rather than getting it shipped later, because I'm sure that you're going to want it. And these coins are nice to have. I mean, if you can afford it, you know, if I have to pick between both, I would buy both because I'm a huge, I love war games and area control games and strategy games, but if I was going to pick, although the coins feel absolutely amazing, yeah, I'd definitely pick the player mat. Especially because I'll be very frank, you know, this was Conqueror Final Conquest was the first game we produced, so the player board didn't have the beautiful graphics that we learned how to do after, you know, publishing tens of games since then. And I really think this player mat would add a lot to your living room and to your experience. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this unboxing. Let us know if you have any questions or comments. Just as a final reminder, when you get this box set, if you already own Conqueror Final Conquest, or you're getting it with this box set, discard all the Hero and Chronicle cards. Do not use the old ones. You're going to be using all the cards that you see here, which have been updated for balance purposes, for clarity purposes, and for language purposes. I hope you enjoyed this preview. And in case you haven't seen our Kickstarter update, the latest news that we've received is that things will arrive in the US and the UK on the 30th of September and 1st of October, respectively. We should get it in our warehouses by mid-October, and then I would expect everyone to receive their copies by late October, early November, at least people in Europe and in America primarily. I hope you enjoyed it again, and thank you so much. By the way, this is double-sided, just in case you forgot. This is the 5 to 6 player version, which is, you know, obviously a lot bigger. Thank you everyone for your support and your patience. We really appreciate it.